and I would fill it up with like the beer pong balls. But sometimes what I would do is I would put him into it, and I would pour them in, and he would just freak out. Like it was the most amazing thing ever.
That's cute. I love that. It's like a giant ball pit.
Yeah, a couple would fall in, he would look around and they would start falling, and he would just start freaking like, oh my god, they're everywhere. Like, he loved his little beer pong balls.
That's so cute.
Only thing was he had this weird habit of I guess his game was to go inside and push them all out.
Oh really?
So one by one he would go inside and like nose them out of the container.
Oh man. That'd be annoying, like cleaning up 500 of them though.
Yeah, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, why? And I could have later called him like bitey, because he liked to nip.
Really?
Yeah. She would never. You could put your finger at her mouth and she's like, I'm not biting you.
Oh, that's good.
And him, if you held him for more than 45 seconds, like, put me down. And then one day I was like cleaning his cage. I guess he wanted to show me something. I don't know. But he like grabbed my finger with his teeth and was like dragging me into his cage.
Oh no, that would have freaked me out.
Because they basically use their teeth like we use our hands.
Okay, that makes sense. I'm sure they have like strong jaws too, so I'd be like,
yeah. Well, so if a ferret wants to bite, wants to make you bleed, they will. Like they are very good at using their teeth and not making you bleed.
Okay, yeah.
So if a ferret bites you and you bleed, it's like a dog. Like that was intentional.
Right. You would see that.
But yeah, other than that, he was pretty aloof. He wasn't as smart as her, and he was bigger, so he couldn't get in as much trouble. So anytime he did something, I was like, "She taught you, didn't she?" Because I would see her doing something she wasn't supposed to do, and he's just like watching her,
just absorbing. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's cute.
She was just so smart. Only thing was like, so she would get out constantly, and so I would put her back in her cage. I'm like, okay, show me, how'd you get out this time? And she wasn't smart enough to like wait for me to leave, and she would go right to how she. I'm like, okay, so that's how you got out. Okay, so I'll fix that little loophole.
Really?
Yeah, I remember one time I like basically threw her across my bed because I was sleeping, and she was about the size of like a really large rat.
Okay, yeah.
And so imagine you're just sleeping and some brown thing about the size of a rat, you wake up and it's like 6 inches from your face.
Oh no.
I like screamed and like pushed away. And she like flew to the other side of my like bed, and then she's like looking at me like, what?
Oh. That's so cute. So she got out all the time?
Yeah.
Oh.
She once got out, and then I had to put wood underneath my door because they can like flatten themselves pretty, really flat. And so she got under my door, and my roommate knew I had ferrets, and I didn't tell him because I didn't expect him to deal with them. Never lift your foot around a ferret because they have a foot fetish. They really like feet.
Really?
Yeah. And so she got out. She was in the living room. He's like, was like, how he like lifted his foot up, like the mom from like Tom and Jerry.
Right.
And like she was like, oh my god, you want to play? And she started jumping at his foot.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, they like really like feet.
Interesting.
Like feet and shoes. I'm not sure why.
My cat is kind of like that. Like every time I come home, she will take her toys to the shoes that I just took off.
Mm-hmm.
Like put her head in my shoes, like roll around, just like you can tell she's just enjoying it. And like I'll come back and there'll be like 2 or 3 like toys in my shoes or like right next to them. They love it. I guess she likes my scent. I don't know.
Yeah, but that's like a favorite thing. They love feet for some weird reason.
Huh. That's interesting.
White boy would literally like come up to me. I'm so happy he was able to realize when I was wearing shoes or not. Because he would just bite the crap out of the heels of my shoes.
Oh, for real?
And I would just hear and like feel like the force. I'm like, oh, if that was my ankle. Like I would be in so much pain.
Right. Think of this.
Thank goodness you don't thank goodness you know the difference between like me and my shoe.
Right.
The funniest thing about them, especially him, actually her too. So like when it's time like to go for me to go to work out, put them back in their cage. They love to play. Like you say, you've seen the videos. They think everything is a game.
Right.
And so I eventually had to learn. It worked more with her because again, like he like didn't care about me. But like I would just lay there like I didn't care about. I'm like, oh whatever. I don't even care that you're here.
Right.
And they would like slowly walk up to me and I would grab like gotcha. And I put him in the cage. Because if you went to go get them, they would like run under the bed or in the living room, under the couch. They would run under the dresser. They would run under something.
Yeah, that's every time I like trying to put my cat up or something like that, I have to do that kind of pretend thing too. Like, oh, I'm not really walking to you. And like grab her.
I always like the videos on YouTube of like ferrets with cats because like, the cats are just like, what is wrong with you?
Right. That'd be a funny pair for sure.
You have way too much energy.
Right. Right.
But I partly got them because I'm like I want something small.
Right.
I don't really like cats. I've dealt with some cats I've liked. They're just too finicky for me.
Yeah.
And I just want something just like I just want to know that you actually do like me, like consistently.
Right.
Because cats sometimes I'm just like I'm not sure. Like do you like me or do you tolerate me?
Right. Yeah, I think it kind of like depends on their personality. Mine is like a dog. Like she will literally play fetch. She wants to be in your lap. Like just super super loving. And I think it's like how you treat them as a kitten. Like if you're more aloof, they're gonna be more aloof.
I see.
But I've always taken the approach of like really kind of like manhandling them, like picking them up, showing them like
getting them used to actually dealing with a person constantly.
Exactly. And I think if you're like, more like shy about that or scared or just don't really do that when they're young, they'll be more standoffish.
One of my friends, he described cats and dogs like, a dog is like having like, a child.
Right.
And he's like, I guess the way he treated his cats is like a cat is like having a roommate.
That's very true.
He's like, dogs, you gotta give them all this attention. He's like, cats, sometimes you're like, hey, you're there, they're there.
Right.
Every once in a while you hang out, but that's about it.
Yeah, that's more what I need. The dog's a little bit too high maintenance for me.
Yeah.
I love them. I just, not right now. Not currently.
And my last dog was like really emotional if you didn't give him attention.
Aww.
Like he would do this thing, like if you came home and you like ignored him because you had something to do, like he would, like if you like came in and like he's like running to you trying to play and you're like I gotta put this stuff down, do all this, he would like walk 10 feet away from you, lie down looking at you, and then like when you were like, oh Spike, come in, he would just like look at you like, nah, you had your chance.
Oh no, he just make you feel bad.
Yeah, so you had to go to him. He's like, I was all happy and I went to go see you and you ignored me, so like, no, you have to come to me now.
Right. You were fucking done.
But for the most part, he like wasn't very needy. He just didn't like it if you ignored him when you came home.
I got you. He wants that attention right there.
Yeah. Like a cat, he was kind of like, he liked to murder small animals. So when he was an outside dog, because I don't think we didn't have really many animals in the house. I guess every once in a while like a lizard would get in. But when he was an outside dog, he's like, oh, you want to hang out? No, okay. Well, I'm gonna go torture this lizard over here.
Yeah.
Because like I am like evil. Like I am like I ripped off one of his legs. Like, he's limping away, and I'm gonna go punch him and then just stare at him because that's what Spike would do.
Yeah, mine. Yeah, so far she's only gotten like bugs, I suppose. So haven't had too much like coming in with a mouse or something like that. Thank God.
He killed 6 of my neighbor's cats.
Really?
Which I'm like, yeah, if that cat gets in this backyard, like I don't think you understand.
Right.
Spike will kill everything that is not a person or a dog. He only tolerates other dogs, just so you know. I don't know if he knows he's a dog. He only tolerates. He loves people, tolerates other dogs, and every other animal he's like, I hate you, and like I will kill you.
I'm coming after you, yeah, for sure.
He killed a bird that got in the patio, and I guess they couldn't fly low enough to get out, and he killed a family of possums, which I'm pretty sure he was torturing them. Because like I would come outside every day, and there would be like another possum like in between the tree they were in the pool, like facing the tree.
Really?
And like, are you just happening to kill them at this exact spot, or like, are you like killing them and like dragging them back, like psychological like warfare?
For real, right? Showing the other ones.
Like, you're next. We went to the park and he submarine attacked a duck and killed it.
Oh wow.
But he was a Rhodesian Ridgeback, so he just like killed it and then like brought it to me and like just spit it out of my feet.
Oh, that's right. So he's trained for that.
So like the next 2 weeks I like called him murderer.
Oh.
He's like trying to kiss me, like, you're a murderer, Spike. Like,
right.
You didn't even try to eat that thing. Poor duck.
That's crazy. But it's like it's bred into him for so long.
Yeah.
It's like what they do.
All small animals, he's like, I just have to kill it.
Yeah.
And he was really dominant with other dogs.
Really?
To the point where we went to the vet, and like we would had to go in through the back because he didn't really fight other dogs. He would just stare at them, and you know how like animals in movies act like when they see the devil?
Right.
They would act like that. Like we would go into the vet, and he would just stare at them, and every dog, they're all freaking out, and he's just staring at them. And I even asked, like, are you the dog devil, Spike? Is that what's going on?
They just scared as shit.
Because I'm like, they are all just freaking out. Unscrew their sprinkler heads, but he wouldn't damage them. So I think he was like literally just unscrewing them.
Just taking a drink, huh?
And just bringing them to us.
That's so funny. You probably just thought of it before.
It just got to the point where we would like go over there, like, every few days, like, oh, Spike got another one of your sprinkler heads.
Here's that bag.
And like when he was younger, he would like you know how they kind of fight the water hose when you like spray the water, like bite at the water. And at some point he just like, I'm trying to think. I don't think it was Spike. No, I think my cousin. Maybe Spike did fall in the pool. I thought my cousin brought their dog, and I think it was their dog tried to hump one of the pool toys.
Really?
That was on the edge and fell into the water. And maybe that was actually Spike.
That's so cute. That is hilarious.
But at some point, he just went from like, trying to fight water to like, I don't want to be anywhere near this.
Right. It's avoid it altogether.
And again, it could have just been like he started to associate like water with like taking a bath.
Right. Yeah. Avoid that.
But he just hated it so much. And we did this thing where I said, give me kisses. And I would like turn my cheek to him because again, he would French you in a second. And he would like lick my cheek. And I would say that after I gave him a bath, that he would just like stick the tip of his tongue out on my cheek.
That's so cute.
You are so dramatic.
You don't have to, like, the cat, like, you don't really have to bathe them at all, so I've only done it once, but,
And that's also the thing with ferrets, you actually shouldn't bathe them more than twice a year.
Really?
If you bathe them too often, their body starts producing more oil and they smell worse.
Oh, I can see that, yeah.
So you really don't have to, but if you do want to, it's like once and maybe twice a year and that's it.
Okay. It's like kind of a maintenance thing.
Like if you bathe them monthly, they would smell so bad.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody probably figured that out the hard way.
Yeah, they're just different than other animals. Like, you can kind of potty train them like cats, but their thing is like they will look up and if they don't see the toilet, they'll just go into it in the corner.
Oh no, absolutely not.
So they won't like look for like the little tray like a cat will. Like, I don't see it. Okay, I'll just flush it in the corner.
This place will work.
And even then, it's like a 75% chance if they do see the toilet that they'll choose to go there.
Yeah, that's too much trouble for me.
And they poop a lot.
Yeah, I do remember that. I do remember like the cage always stinking when I would go to my neighbors.
Yeah, and it's like, how are you alive?
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure you crap half of your weight every single day.
That's probably the number one thing I remember is like the smell.
Mm-hmm.
They were cute, but
they smell so. Oof.
Yeah.
And it's not them. Like they have like a little musk. I like the way they smell. Like there's fur.
Right.
It's their crap.
Yeah, their cage and stuff from it. Yeah.
And just the amount of crap they produce. But I 100% say they are awesome and don't get one. Much, much, much more work than a cat.
Yeah. Just hang out with them every once in a while and have friends or something.
They're comparable to like a large dog and how much you have to deal with them.
Oh no.
And you need to. That's another thing. They get, unless you're going to spend a ton of time with them,
Right.
they get depressive if they're like they don't have like someone to play with often enough.
I can see that. Yeah. They want that like social bonding and stuff.
So either you are going to be playing like you own, like you have like a 2-year-old, and you're constantly giving them attention. I mean, yeah, it's literally like having a 2-year-old.
Right.
It's like if you have a 2-year-old, but like CPS is not going to take them away if you put them in a cage, basically.
Right. Exactly.
Like, you can put your ferret in a cage and go to work, and you're not going to end up on the news.
Right. Right. I forget how tight my hamstring gets.
Mm-hmm. This side feels tighter than the other side.
Yeah, I kind of remember being told that before. Yeah, I can like take, elbow being dug into my back all day, but then it's like even the lightest touch on my on the back of my leg, I'm like, ah.
Yeah.
Feels so good though. Like definitely just tight.
Well, you're taking. I mean, if I did this on your quad, you would have passed though.
Yeah.
You can take more pressure on your hamstrings than your quads.
Yeah, that's another one that I'm always like surprised, like how tight it actually is.
And I can be pretty aggressive on the hamstrings. I sometimes massage people the way I want to be massaged.
Yeah, I support that.
And like, if it's ever too much, let me know. Like my motto is, it's like that guy from Rocky. If he dies, he dies. So.
Right. No, I definitely like it more intense.
Like I've had someone tell me that they the last time I massaged them, they basically said that they're crying into the face rest.
Oh.
Okay, you didn't tell me. I mean, I've had people cry, scream. I had a guy punch the table while I worked his calves.
Damn.
Curse in multiple languages. One of my old coworkers would call me the C word like every 30 seconds, basically.
Yeah, I think I saw some of the videos. I was like, yeah, that would be my reaction. Something like that.
I've been cursed out in English, French, and German. About a month ago, I had somebody speaking in tongues.
Oh no. That's wild.
He was from Nigeria, so I thought it was like some African language. I was like, oh, what'd you say? And he said, I don't know. I was like, oh, I said, like, what language is that? He says, oh, that's not any language. I don't know what I was saying.
Oh no. It must have been really good then.
He's dramatic. Well, look, you keep coming back. So
Right. Must be working.
And you sent me your brother.
Really?
So like, either it's not that bad or you don't like your brother, so. Even I have joked if you have someone you want revenge on.
Send them their way.
Yeah.
I love that.
Like, oh, I think we finally moved on. Like he even like recommended me like a massage therapist. Like, oh no, he still hates me.
Right.
Like that wasn't a recommendation, that was a threat.
Definitely worth it though. Feels so much better.
I've had some intense massages. I had this Chinese woman work on me. She didn't speak English well, so all she just kept saying was I had dirty energy, which I just wanted to, like, you don't know anything about my energy, number one.
Right.
But I think she meant like I had blocked energy. I think it was like she was just translating it wrong.
Right, yeah.
But it was just funny, like dirty energy. But when I say she beat the crap out of me, woo, my goodness.
I got like a Thai massage from a like I guess Thai or Chinese lady before, and that was the most intense I think I've ever had. Just like every single area was intense as fuck. So that was tough. I feel like if you can get through that, you can get through just about anything.
I always tell people like Thai massage is like to me what massage should be.
Yeah.
But I always warn people number one is not relaxed. Like you think I'm aggressive.
Yeah, that's very true.
Like Thai massage can be much more aggressive, and they'll be like, "Oh, I'm doing it like middle, like medium." And like I don't think you know what medium actually means. But then also I'm like Thai massage is very intimate, so
yeah.
Because a lot of people don't know what it is.
Right.
I'm like somebody is just gonna crawl all over, like just so you know.
Yes. I didn't know when going into it. I didn't know what the fuck was going on, and then get there like, oh damn, this is real serious.
Just all up in your business.
Yeah, and it was like at that time I was looking for more of just like relaxation massage, not like sports,
that was not.
That was not.
Yeah. If you say that a Thai massage is relaxing, you are just a masochist. But I always so like when I was in class, one of my teachers did the table type demo on me, and so I'm like laying on the table, all my classmates were around me, but I'm laying on the table, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh yep, that is his crotch on my butt. Okay. His hands are next to my shoulders, and his crotch is on my butt.
Yep. I had one like